Okay, today we're going to talk about long division with using decimals in your dividend. So we're still going to use our mnemonic device of DMS down, dude. So we're going to do the same division division algorithm. So that part's not different, but the difference is going to be how we're going to actually use this decimal. So at the beginning of this, what I like to try to do is make an estimate. So you look at this whole number. So if I look at the whole number over here, whoops, there we go. So how many times can 5 go into 7? So it goes in just about one time, right? So it goes in one time. So we know our answer is going to be about 1. And that estimate is not something you have to write down, but something you want to kind of do in your head so you can check your answer. And because one of the common problems is that if you forget to place your decimal, then your answer is going to look a lot. Look back at our estimate. Our estimate was that it was going to be about 1. So with $1. So with this, I like to talk about the decimal going, one of the tricks that I kind of talk about, and one of the ways to help you remember with your decimal is that your decimal travels straight up. So I talk about it as an elevator. So we can push the elevator button and my decimal is going to go straight up here, right above into my quotient, okay? Same thing, if I was in my classroom, I usually have my easy button. So the easy button, every time we push it, it goes, that was easy. So all we have to do, super easy, we're gonna push the decimal elevator button and it's gonna go straight up to the top so that we know that that's gonna be placed in our answer. And then from there, we just have to do our normal division. So our decimal's placed. Let's do our division. So how many times does 5 go into 7? It goes in one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract and I get 2. Bring down my 5. I don't bring down my decimal. It stays where it is because I've already placed it up in my answer. How many times is 5 going to 25? It goes in 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract and I get 0. Bring down my 5. 5 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract and I get 0. So my answer is $1.51. And I use money because oftentimes money is one of those places that you see decimals most often. So our answer is $1.51. It's approximately what our answer is. If I forgot my decimal, it would be $151. So you can see how different that is, and that would not match my estimate. So that's why this estimate is important. Okay, let's try this next one. So we got money again. So we're going to look at our estimation. So we're going to have, okay, how many times will 8 go into 9? Again, just like before, it went in one time. So one time is going to be our estimate. Look at our estimate was that it was going to be about 1 or $1. All right, here we go. So we're going to push our decimal elevator and have our decimal go straight up. And then that was easy, right? So 8 goes into 9. How many times? It goes in 1. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract and I get 1. Bring down my 8. Okay, once I bring down my 8, 8 goes into 18. How many times? It goes in twice. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract and I get 2. Bring down my 4. How many times does 8 go into 24? It goes in there 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. Subtract and I get 0. So my answer is $1.23. And if we so our estimate matched up. Okay. And now we have 73.6 divided by 8. So what we're going to do here is, again, we are going to estimate. So how many times will 8 go into 73? It goes in approximately 9 times, right? Because 8 times 9 is 73. Our estimate was 9. So now we have our estimate. The next thing we're going to do, right? We're going to push our decimal elevator, have our decimal go straight up. And now right? And that was easy. We're ready to start dividing normally. So how many times does 8 go into 7? It doesn't go into 7. So we're going to put a 0 there. You can choose to do the shortcut here, or you can choose to actually multiply all the way through. 0 times 8 is 0. Subtract and I get 7. Bring down my 3. 8 goes into 73 how many times? 9 times. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract and I get 1. Bring down my 6. 8 goes into 16 how many times? It goes in 2 times. 8 times 2 is, in fact, 16. So our answer is 9.2. Now, estimate and our answer actually match up like they are supposed to. Again, if you forgot your decimal, you would get 92, and then that would not match with your estimate. And that's going to be a big hint to you that you need to go back, double check your work, and place your decimal. All right, last problem. So we have, how many times can 3 go into 4? So let's look at this whole number. 3 goes into 4 one time. So our number is going to be approximately 1. Our estimate was 1. All right, so first things first, let's push that decimal elevator button. Our decimal is going to go right there. That was easy. So next we're going to divide. How many times does 3 go into 4? It goes in 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract and I get 1. Bring down my 6. How many times does 3 go into 16? It goes in 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract and I get 4. Hold on. Now, remember, if you ever get to this part where you accidentally get to the point where you know that this number, and I'm doing this on purpose because I want you to be able to compare, if this number down here, this 4, is larger than your 3, what you need to do is rethink how many times that number goes in there. So it doesn't go in 3 times. It goes in more. It actually goes in 5 times. So you always want to double check. I think sometimes we get into this rhythm of just dividing, and sometimes we don't double check and compare at the end. So how many times what's 5 times 3? 15. 1. Phew. Okay, that's less than 3. We are ready to bring down. 2. How many times does 3 go into 12? It goes in 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12. Bring down our 3. How many times does 3 go into 3? It goes in 1 time. 1 times 3 is 3. And we are done. So the answer is 1 and 541 thousandths. And if we look back, and indeed our answer is approximately 1. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.